Hello and welcome to our first Starcraft2 2v2 commentary video. My name is Kirei and with me is Rags.
Hello.
This channel will be dedicated exclusively to Platinum League 2v2 matchups. In this video, we'll be bringing you one of our own ladder games, Zerg Zerg versus Random Random on Lost Temple. Let's get started.
So we have Kirei spawning at the 3 o'clock position, while I have spawned at the 6 o'clock position. Our opponents were Random Random. They have Random as Protoss Terran, with the Protoss at the 12 o'clock position, and the Terran spawning at the 9 o'clock position. So we already see a probe moving out. This is way too early to be a scout, so we will be seeing a proxy gate opener.
At this point in the game, we still don't know what races our opponents are. But if you noticed at the beginning of the game, there was a confirmation from the Terran that he accidentally typed in all chat, and because of this, we thought that they might be going for an unorthodox build. So to try and counter that, we've had Rags go for a 10 spawning pool opener so he can have faster lings out that'll delay any sort of rushed attack from our opponents. And I'm going for a 13 pool opener in order to back up my partner's lings with higher damage units later on.
So the pylon has finished in the middle of the map. We will see a gateway going down as soon as he gets 150 minerals, and we have just seen that our opponents are Protoss and Terran.
And if you'll notice, my Overlord is hanging out at the Protoss base right now. I noticed that he saved up about 65 energy on his Nexus, which means he hasn't used any of his Chrono Boosts. And that, plus the fact that he has less probes than normal, confirms that they are definitely proxying us.
So taking a look in the Terran's base, we see he has opted for a 9 barracks, 9 refinery build. This means he will have very fast Reapers out. Another thing to note is that he chose to put this barracks inside of his base instead of out in the middle with his partners so he can wall this off as a backup plan. The first gateway is just about finished. He just threw his second one down. This is the standard proxy build, 2 gateways, and there goes the second pylon.
Right now, Rags' spawning pool is already finished. Mine is about to be done. We're both going to be throwing down 1 spine crawler each at our respective bases, just for some extra defense. And right now, the first 6 lings are out for Rags. We're going to be looking for where the proxy base is, and the most likely place is the high yield between our 2 bases. But as you can see, it's not there, so we run straight for the watchtower to try to get some more vision. But fortunately, we run straight into the first Zealot and probe that the Protoss has sent to my base.
So the reason he is sending this probe out with a Zealot is because a Zealot will take 3 shots to kill a drone by itself, but with a probe it will take 2 shots instead. And we see a bit of a micro battle targeting the pylon, and I will come back to kill this probe. The probe falls, and this is way too much for these Zerglings to deal with.
And so if you look at the Terran base, he already has 1 Reaper out. He's going to sit and wait for 2 more before he starts any sort of attack, because 3 Reapers can one-shot drones, and so it makes for a much more efficient harassment.
That's right, Reapers are a very effective unit on this map, of course because of their cliff jumping ability. But if we look, the Protoss player already has 5 Zealots out, and it looks like he's going to gather them at the bottom of Kirei's ramp before he moves in.
And you'll see my spine crawler has just finished in the nick of time as these Zealots are walking up to my base. They're going to take down my queen pretty fast just because I forgot to move it next to my spine crawler in a moment of stupidity. And they skip past my spine crawler, go straight for my drones, and I'm going to attack back with those drones.
If we look in the middle of the map, I'm attacking the pylons. The first pylon is already down, and the second one is just about to fall. And at the same time, the Terran has sent his 3 Reapers out. He will be killing a few drones, but they will be killed off by the Queen because the Queen is just too much for the remaining 2 Reapers. And while this was happening, the final pylon has fallen, powering the 2 gateways. They are both unpowered, so there is only 1 Zealot left on the field, as well as 1 Reaper from the Terran. This is not enough to deal with all these Zerglings.
Now, Rags has just finished his speed upgrade for his lings. We're going to take our 2 groups of lings and work together to kill that last pylon and finally deactivate those gateways once and for all. And as you can see, the Terran is sending his remaining Reaper to try and stop us from destroying that proxy. But since he chose to start teching his base, that Reaper is no match for 6 Lings. And you can see I'm going to easily take it out. Rags has moved more of his Lings up to the Protoss base, while my slower Lings are just going to do the tedious work of breaking down those gateways. So you can see the Protoss anticipated this and is trying desperately to throw down a forge, try to save this game, but the Lings are way too strong and there's way too many for those probes, and they're just going to go down one by one.
Yep, and there's the GG. Alright, well, we hope you enjoyed our first video.
Thank you so much for watching, and please leave us a comment on our YouTube page or our email at starcraft2v2@gmail.com if you have any suggestions or if there's any requests. We'll try our best to make that happen for you, and thank you so much. See you later.